Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. And today I'm going to show you how to make these little notepads. I love a sticky note, but I have recently discovered the joys of a lined sticky note. Why is it taking me so long? Perfect for lists, absolutely perfect. But as you can see, I've also added a calendar tab to the inside of this, and you get a little pen with it as well. So you've got everything you need to take notes and jot down dates on the go. So I have been making these for craft fairs. So I've got my copyright stamp on the back of there as well. But it's also a good talking point at craft fairs when someone says that they make their own cards, and you can demonstrate to them how perfectly coordinated Stampin' Up's ink, designer series paper and cardstock is. It always is a wonderful match, and it's what got me involved with Stampin' Up, so I like to share the joy of that as well. So I bought these sticky note pads, not realising they were actually as big as they are. That happens with Amazon all the time, doesn't it? So I presume they were my usual, are they 3x3? Anyway, they're not, they're 4x4 inches. So I have made this type of holder before, not with a calendar inside. So I'm just sizing it up for these ones. And because they're quite thin pads, let me just show you this one, compared to one of these normal sticky note pads. They're quite a lot thinner. So I could have made the spine of it thinner, but then I wouldn't have been able to fit my pen in. But as you can see, by adding the calendar, it works. Okay, so it's nice and solid, just with these extra layers of card and that calendar tab in there. So that was the thought process. How about making another one? Let's make one with this bright yellow pad. You get a calendar tab. Again, I got these from Amazon in the UK. And to decorate, I used just a note from Go To Greetings, and this border is from Heartfelt Hexagon, and I used the Heartfelt Hexagon punch as well. So to start off with, we need a piece of Daffodil Delight card, and this is already cut down to half a A4 sheet along the short edge, so measures 4 1/8. I need to cut the length of that down to 9 3/8. So I've got 9, 1, that's 9 1/4, halfway between 9 1/4 and 9 1/2 is 9 3/8. Okay, and then we need to do some scoring, so let's get that cutting blade out the way. And this needs to be scored at 4 1/8, then 4 1/2 inches, and then 4 7/8 of an inch. Okay, now I do need some white card that I need to cut to 3 7/8 by 3 7/8, and I actually need 2 of them. I've forgotten. So I had another piece of white card. Bear with me. This one. 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. Let's do it the other way around. that little fluffy bit there, 3 7/8. There we go. Right, so I've got my 2 of them, and I do need another piece to do the stamping and punching, so we'll use that one. And then we need to cut down our designer series paper, which is 6 by 6, but I want this to be, and I can get rid of that now, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, so that will layer up on one of these for the front. And then I'm going to use this piece, but flip it over for the middle of that. So I want to trim this other remaining piece down to 3 3/4. And I want to cut that to be 1 inch. Excuse me. So it will overlap with that other bit, and it just makes your life a little bit easier. Okay, so that is what we've got left. I've got a few of them, so I'm going to have to find a way to use them. I think that's my cutting done. So let's bring this back in. Got all my bits there, and we will just use the bone folder to burnish these lines. That one will go the opposite way eventually, but for now, let's just straighten that up. There we go. Okay. So I want to fold it along that middle one. Okay, so I've got a score line either side there, and I'm just using my grid mat. Let's do it here. So 1.5 inches, let me find a pen, is this bit here. Why am I saying let me find a pen? I've got them surrounded by them. Up there. Okay, so just lining that up there. This doesn't have to be precise. I just like to have something to guide it, so that I know that I've got it roughly in the middle. Okay, and just cut up to that score line there. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, and what will happen is that you've got one piece that is shorter than the other when you fold it in half along that line there. You're actually going to fold that the opposite way, like that. Okay, so I've now got a valley in there. I'm going to give that a crease, and then I'm going to pop that bit out, fold it again, and give that a little crease. Okay, so when we glue this, we're going to glue that bit there down onto the longer piece there, and that's going to give us our nice shape with our pen holder in there. Okay, rest is just decoration. That's the mechanics of it, nice and easy. So as I said, just simply going to glue these pieces all together. That's for the front. This one, as I say, I'm going to use the opposite here. And I'm only doing that so that you can get away with just using one sheet of designer series paper. Now, I'm going to run my bone folder along that edge there, because when I cut it, it was intended to be used the other way around, so it's kind of got a little ridge on it. These two just overlap, and I'm just trying to make sure that I've got a reasonably even border around there. have brought that further up. Same on here. Does overlap. Wet glue means you can play around with it until you're happy with where you've got it, and then give it a decent press. That is then ready for my calendar tab. Lots of glue around the stitching there because that's where it's going to take most of the pressure. Somebody's going to tear them off, and I just lined up my stitching along that line there, and that's pretty much in line with that bit at the bottom there. Okay, so again, give that a decent press down, and that can go in the inside here. So again, this is the piece that's shorter, and you'll know you've got it right because you've got a nice neat little border around about on there. If I tried it on there, it's way off. Okay, another little squidge. This is the front. Just going to add this piece on. Super quick and easy project, but with a wow factor because it all coordinates beautifully. I want to get my Daffodil Delight ink, and that piece that I had there. Need a couple of blocks, one for this that's just the little one. Yep, so there's two different borders, there's a thicker one and a thinner one. I just went for the thinner one, and in Go To Greetings you've got the choice of lots of sizes. I've gone with one that fits in that, which was this one. Just a note, yes, that's in there. So, as you can see, this kind of can get out of shape. So I'm just putting it down on to my grid mat, letting it relax, pick it up with my block, and in fact I like to stamp my sentiment first because if I get that squint I can purposefully put my border squint. There we go, just a note like that, and then I can do that like that. Tickety boo, my bunch here. Just lining that up in there. Press, done. Now I purposefully have not overlay decorated the front of these because I reckon they're probably going to get thrown in a laptop bag, a school bag, a handbag. You don't want things that are going to get caught. So I've just kept it pretty plain and simple, and just letting all that lovely colour coordination speak for itself. Right, now then, glue on these pieces here. Flip that over and give that a good press down. Okay, meanwhile, I will just clean up the ink pad before I put my hand in it. This is now ready for me just to add my sticky notepad, and again I'm going to go with plenty of glue on this because there will be a little bit of it needs to withstand somebody pulling the top layer off, and also you don't want your sticky notepad falling off randomly. we go, in the middle, like so. Good old press again. That's that. Just find a pen that goes. I don't have a yellow one, and also yellow and yellow, but I have this one that is purple and yellow, and I like that colour combination. And it slides just down there. So these are Papermate Ink Joy mini pens that fit in. I've got various different designs from packs that I've had over the years, some with the similar kind of lid like that are round. These, oh, it's a round. No, it's not, it's triangular as well. Ignore me. And I think some of the other ones I had a clicky, yeah, that blue one. So I think perhaps these are older ones from my collection, but it goes perfectly with that. So there we go. That's how quick and easy these are to make, and show off the fabulous colour coordination from Stampin' Up products. I do hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment if you can, that would be fabulous. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, please do click on that subscribe button and click the bell to get notification of the next time I upload a tutorial. All the measurements and the products I've used for these post-it notepads are in my blog post. There's a link to that in the description for this video. Thank you. Bye.